Hey guys, thanks to one of my subscribers called Nat, I'm deciding to re-upload this video with the fair use thingy, and hopefully that'll work because I did not harass or bully anyone. I simply voiced my criticism, as you'll see after, and I do not attack her personally. I do not attack her appearance. I just comment on the video that I see. So hopefully YouTube will take this into consideration before giving me another community strike. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be talking about Simply Kenna and her apology. So first of all, I didn't know who this person was until I think like a week ago, because Petty Page made a video about it. So I'm gonna link that below, and I highly suggest you watch that first if you don't know anything about this person like I didn't. And then I'm also gonna link a video by Peter Mon, and his is like a reaction like mine, so I'd suggest you watch that after Petty Page once you're familiarized with the whole situation. Anyways, the video we're gonna be talking about today is the apology video. Now, the apology video, just a little bit of context, the reason it was made is because Simply Kenna has been accused and proven to steal people's drawings and to be really mean in her comments. Be really mean in her comments, even like towards people who were simply asking questions, like to non-aggressive comments. She was pretty aggressive back. And aside from that, people also have problems with the fact that she's a Buddhist, but then has like a Buddha head with like a plant in it on her desk or something. So problematic. Anyways, let's check out this apology.
My cards are all out on the table now. Will you look, or will you fold? Am I a human? Am I a monster? Or am I something in between? You see, I tried to be the hero, but that's not real.
Okay, so let me say one thing right off the bat. This chick has her own aesthetic, and that's fine, do whatever the hell you want. I'm not particularly fond of it. I don't think it reads as genuine. But if you are making an apology video, do not make it artsy, okay? Like, I'm sorry, I will never believe someone's apology video if it's artsy and has this like little music behind it, has like the 8-track sound. Like, to me that's an immediate turnoff, because I'm like, wow, this person has thought so much about their, I guess, production of it, and it's like, why don't you just focus on the words? Like, I don't know, that's just a personal preference, but anytime someone apologizes, I'd rather them be straight up than try to be artsy and like poetic. I don't like it, and I don't like the throwing out of these platitudes like, am I human or am I a monster? I tried to be the hero, and it's like, you're on YouTube. You're not a hero. No one's a hero on fucking YouTube, okay? Let's just drop the act, please. And the funny thing is, I was actually watching this video yesterday, and my husband, who has no idea who she is, heard like a couple seconds of it and was already like, ugh.
I've done bad things. I've told tales, false regales. I've thrown pebbles, sticks, and stones. I've hurt people, and behind covers, it made me feel much less alone. Most times I wouldn't see the faults I made till tables turned, and once they did, I knew how witches felt to be accused against their word.
Okay, so I don't know if the rhyming is done on purpose, but it's really annoying because it sounds like a poem, a bad one. And second of all, comparing yourself to witches being doubted on their word, really? Having YouTube drama about you is the same as like being burned at the stake for essentially being a woman? Okay. Also, I'm sorry, but putting this music in the background also makes me really annoyed, because it's like she's trying to throw herself a pity party with this like meaningful piano music. Like, no, just sit here, say you messed up, and apologize. It's fine. Like, I feel like people would be so much more willing to accept apologies if people just were genuine in it and didn't try so hard to make it seem like, it seems like she's trying to make this apology be part of her aesthetic. And it's just kind of like, an apology is supposed to be genuine. You're not supposed to try and make it artsy.
And sometimes I think Assumptions just might be the death of me, for I assume that people know the things I think and things I see. And when others make assumptions of their own eyes and their own mind, that's when trouble surely follows, because assumptions lead to lies. I wasn't trying to take the credit. I was never trying to deceive. But people often fail to listen once there is something they believe. And it's so easy for tales to twist, thoughts to mix, and words to spread. And it's so easy to pass on judgment when all you can see is red.
Okay, I agree with some of that. I think that assumptions are generally bad things, especially if you hang on to them. However, my friends, there is literal proof and screenshots of, I think she has a tattoo of like a cauldron or something with writing on it, and one of her fans asked if she could draw it and hang it up on her wall, and she's like, yeah, you can draw it, but you have to give credit. And first of all, I'm like, why would you ask for credit when it's just in someone's room? Like, and second of all, if you Google cauldron, the exact cauldron she has on her tattoo is on Google. It's there. It's the exact thing, but she claimed it as her personal art. So she has been caught in lies. So when people assume that she might be lying, it's not completely without a basis. There's a reason, there's a precedent for her behavior. And there are multiple other examples that Petty Page will show you where she took things and she didn't claim credit, but she also didn't give credit. So it's that kind of middle ground loophole where it's like, oh, I never said this, but it's kind of implied. Like if I posted a picture, unless I credited it, you're gonna assume it's me who took it. I feel like that's pretty logical.
But I know I'm not the victim here, for my carelessness made things unclear, and for that I'll accept my fate, and I'll learn from my mistakes, for I am someone who slips often. I fear my bed is my own coffin, but I won't lay to rest just yet, even if I'm in over my head. And I'm sorry. Hear me, I'm sorry. For me, that's somehow hard to say. You see, when people demand apologies, I tend to run away. I'm not sure why, it's something deep inside, a fault I need to fix. My spoken words won't seem to work, and so instead, I resort to this. An apology through poetry is me in my rawest form. I hope you'll hear these words. I hope they'll mean something. I hope they'll mend what I have torn. Although I know for some this won't be enough, I hope the rest will hear me out, for this is my apology.
First of all, I don't know, is this just gonna be petty if I say it? I'm gonna say it. I'm an English major. I graduated a couple months ago, and I'm about to be a graduate student, and from me to you, this is terrible poetry, but I don't think you need to be an English major to know that. Second of all, I'm going to reiterate what I've been saying so far. Apologies are not supposed to be aesthetic. They are supposed to be genuine. And when you write a poem about how you tried to be the hero, but alas you are not, and you feel like those witches, it sounds like BS. You know why? Because you're trying to make an apology pretty. When apologies aren't supposed to be pretty, they're supposed to be true.
My white flag waving proud. Am I a human? Am I a monster? Or am I just a living thing? Am I good? Or am I evil? I think we're all just in between.
Final thoughts. It's a load of crap. I don't believe this apology for a second. And I'm not even the type of person who doesn't believe like apologies. Like, I feel like there are a bunch of people who have apologized and I completely accepted it because I feel like they were really genuine. Here, between the music, the terrible poetry, and just like this pseudo feeling, the pseudo-intellectual behavior, I really don't buy it. And honestly, if anything, this makes me more mad. I wasn't even mad to begin with, but I feel like now that I saw this, like I'm actually actively angry. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like if I were a fan of hers and I saw this, I'd be like, no. Aside from this, I'd just like to say that all of her comments are disabled on both Instagram and YouTube, because I wanted to see what people are thinking, but obviously she knows that people are not going to be thinking positive things. And also, as of now, the like to dislike ratio is she has 12,000 and so likes and 13,000 dislikes. So I think people would agree with me on this. Anyways, I'd really like to know what you guys think about this. And if you've been following Simply Kenna, what you think about it specifically, since I guess you have more of a history with her. But yeah, thanks for watching and have a good day.